Hey everybody, and welcome to another update. This is the June 2026 update. Now, I've missed a couple of months. I've been sort of busy. So let's hope these updates happen more regularly now. So, what is the updates is basically me talking about what I thought was what really caught my eye in the hobby over the last, I can say, few months, or what's coming, what's interesting at the moment. All right, so first off, we're going to talk about Duncan Rhodes' new project, and this is a game he is making. It's called Lords and Legends. It's supposed to be a narrative-driven game with a whole lot of nice miniatures. I was watching a few interviews, and he was saying he wanted to make the figures not so complex, so it's easy to paint, which I thought was interesting, and not so simple, right? So there's enough to entice the pro painter, and there's a nice balance to bring in some new painters into the hobby as well. They've got a whole lot of things set up. They've got I think a two-player starter that they want to make, which I think is a really really good idea. Next up, we got some news from Victrix. I like Victrix. I like their miniatures. And they are releasing this Medieval Warband bag. It looks really great. It's a 28 millimeter plastic set. And it's got like mounted knights, foot knights, foot sergeants, and stuff like that. So crossbowmen. So what's this set for? Well, if you're playing the Crusades, or if you're doing the first or second Barons War, this would be interesting for you. Or the let me see now, the Anglo-French War, that would be interesting as well to use these miniatures with. Um, Victrix don't release as much as other companies do, but when they do, there's usually an interesting release. So that's Victrix, and there's something a little bit more. I want to say, not say mainstream, but the closest to mainstream as you can get. And this is Mantic Games, and they just released the is the expansions? Yeah, I guess expansions to a Halo Flashpoint, which includes they're redoing the rules are now at 1.5, so it doesn't change the game too much. It just cleans everything up, right? So the rules are pretty much the same. It's just that they're clarifying the keywords. Now, if you're interested to find out um, how to play the game, Mantic has actually offered you a chance to just download the rules for free so you can play. Also, they have a whole bunch of miniatures that they're releasing as well over the next couple of months, and this includes the banished Spartan killers, which I thought was a really nice idea. And then the UNSC Marines, those are coming as well. And then we have Team Grizzly, which is another specialized Spartan team. And then it's all in a celebration of the new Battle of Zeta, which is a new campaign, right? Which I thought is really interesting. They're moving more into tabletop, but if you're not into the tabletop uh, game, the board game, Halo board game is really really good. It's fast, it's quick, and yeah, it's really tight and neat, which is something I like. Moving along, we got news from Wargames Atlantic, and Wargames Atlantic have just released the Damned. Now, I am usually busy at the store, so I don't usually keep up what's happening until somebody rings the bell and says, "Hey, have you seen this?" And somebody did, in the middle of that, about 2 o'clock in the morning, somebody sends me a message. She goes, "I want to order these," and I was like, "No, no, these are not available." And then I find out later that it's part of Wargames Atlantic's release. And now today, I was like, okay. And the release I'm talking about is the Damned, right? And this is this army box set, so it's slightly bigger than the usual small boxes. It's got everything you need to build the Damned for their Deathfield games, and they're releasing this their tank, which is called the Mauler. It's really nice looking. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that there are tanks in tabletop games. It's just that I wish there were rules made for science fiction tabletop tank warfare, like what Bolt Action did with their Achtung Panzer. Again, I had a chance to watch another game of Achtung Panzer. The game's really really good. It's just that I think there is a game in there that you can exploit. So if anybody is thinking of making a rule set, you're wondering where to start. I think making tank or armored track warfare, that's a bit like battletech, and maybe giving a nod to Panzer. I mean, that would be a great idea, I think. Also, we're looking forward to Rifleman Harris, which is on its way as well to being done. Next up, we have Corvus Belli. Now, Corvus Belli have just released their new Operation Box, Operation Mazebreaker. For Corvus Belli, or the Operation Boxes, I really feel it's the start of a new phase for their game. And they've got a bundle that they've put together to promote this set, right? Which I thought was a really nice idea. For me, I think Corvus Belli is chugging along quite nicely, and now that they also have their fantasy game, Warcrow, I think we're gonna see a lot of releases. I mean, if there's anybody who's very very consistent, Corvus Belli be one of the top three, if not top two, releases. It just seem to come up with new stuff, which could be good and could be bad because it seems like the SKU is getting bigger and bigger. So we'll see how they handle it. They're also releasing the season 17 ITS, which is also kind of cool for you guys who like the tournament play for Corvus Belli. So yeah, that's pretty much the little bits of news that I managed to pull together because I didn't want to take too long in between these updates. The problem about doing updates like this, it's fantastic for the first like few weeks of the month, and then it doesn't have much rewatch value because the figures are probably in and stuff like that. So, but I like talking about games. I like talking about what's new. So as best I can, there'll be updates that come up from time to time. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the update. It is June at the moment. Hopefully we'll have another update in July. We shall see. Thanks, and don't forget to enjoy painting those figures.